I did it. I did the thing. I did the thing in the dream that I've never done, that I've been trying to do. Oh, what? 17, 20 years? I did the thing, you guys. Oh my gosh! I'm so excited. I barely even have words. Come on, wake up, brain. It is time to tell you about the most amazing dream experience I've had just ever. I accomplished something pretty great. So, I've been trying to realize in my dreams that I'm no longer in the physical world, so physical rules don't apply. You can breathe underwater. You don't have to flap your wings to fly. You could just be like, and up I go. That light's bothering me. Move over here. Okay, so I had always had to run and jump into the sky or do something physical to get myself into the air. So this time, I don't know what happened, but I was walking down the street of this town that I'd never been in, and there was this big sloping green hill and a couple of full green like oak trees, so it must have been spring or something. And there's a couple of people lounging in this park, just minding their own business, having a good time. And I ran into a familiar face, and it was Big Ben. So Big Ben, if you watch this, I saw you, and I was like, "Hey, Benji!" And he turned around, and it was really strange because I was like, "How am I seeing you just now?" Because I was just thinking about you, and I was. And I said, I just got my sewing machine back out after a many a year hiatus of not sewing anything, because I wanted to make sparkly one-piece swimming suits like the one I saw you wear at the Beloved Festival. And so we started talking, and then for whatever reason, Ben went up in the air, and then I was like, yeah, let's fly together. And I just went, broop, and I was like, oh, fuck. I didn't have to flap my arms. This is great. I'm doing the thing. So in the dream, I realized that I was lucid and that I wasn't having to flap my arms, and I loved it so much. So I would go back down to the ground, and as I woke, as my body in real life was like waking more and more, the less I could fly. So that sucked. But I was able for the first time to just levitate up and without any effort at all fly around. And I am quite sure this is partially due to working really hard every day. I have every night practicing dreaming, practicing all my dream techniques. One of the new dream techniques I have is also supposed to be just a life technique to help your memory in general in waking life, and it's also supposed to help you just evaluate what you're doing and help you not waste your time. I think it was, oh gosh, I can never say his name, Tai Thich Nhat. I probably got that wrong, but I got it from him, and it's just lying in your bed and evaluating your day. Like, what did I do? Yesterday I didn't have a very productive day, or so I thought, and I was feeling pretty bad about it till I was laying there and I listed everything out, and I'm like, okay, I actually did get some things done. That's cool. And my memory has been improving. I also am taking galantamine again, and yesterday I took 2 instead of just 1. I took 1 earlier in the day, and then I took another one right before bed. I think you do eventually work up to 2, but you're not supposed to take 2 just right off the bat. And my dream recall was amazing. I was active all night, and I'm I'm a little bit tired because I haven't had much sleep, but for the little amount of sleep I've had, I feel very awake and refreshed, and after I wake up with a shower, I'm going to be full of energy, ready to go. So I am getting restful sleep, even though I'm super, super active in dream world at night. And my friend Shannon and her son are going to come over for a crafty sleepover, and I'm really excited. And I had a dream about them. They came over and they brought snacks. They brought these super exotic Japanese snacks. Don't know why. And I haven't eaten anything in a dream in a really long time. And so this was awesome. Dream food is amazing. And she brought me this. I love cinnamon bread and like Cinnabons and stuff, but I fucking hate raisins if they're cooked. Cold raisins, they're great. Cooked mushy raisins, they're hell. So she brought this raisinless cinnamon raisin bread. That's what we were calling it in the dream. Raisinless cinnamon raisin bread. And it was the best, most magical thing I've ever tasted. So that was really cool. And then I had another dream that this, well, I don't know if I should go into this because this is drama. This other person that I had some drama with this year was, I was driving around in my Typhoon, and they were in this hot pink sparkly gymnastics two-piece, the same kind that I was planning on making, that was inspired by Big Ben's sparkly swimsuit. And they were doing something kind of wrong. They had this sign, and I'm not going to tell you what it said because I don't want to create more drama. And they had kicked out a homeless person from their spot, and the homeless person was on the other side of the street waiting for his turn to go back into the median. And I circled around the parking lot, and it was really crowded in traffic, just to like do a double take because I thought it was weird. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute, I must be dreaming. Yeah, I'm dreaming. So I drove away. There's a little petty part of my brain being like, oh, it's a dream, so you should go and fuck with them. No. So I drove out of that dream, and I started driving around in like this Colorado looking scenery, and I came to a house, and I parked, and I went down this river path. And I don't know why I've been dreaming about crystals so much in the last several weeks, but crystals freaking everywhere. I continued down this forest path, and there was this empty vacation cabin or something. It was empty of people. It had a lot of stuff in it, though, a lot of equipment. There was like, there's a treadmill. There was a lot of like, there was a couple of metal detectors and a bunch of other like science-y type equipment. And I'm trying to remember where I got this, but I had just a tiny bag, and I went out and I found a whole bunch. Like, you could just scoop the crystals into your hands and into your pockets, and there was still just tons of them. So I was like raiding this crystal stash, just super, super stoked. And so that was a good dream. And then eventually some people came that were like, we're the owners. You can't steal our crystals. And I was like, motherfucker, I'm dreaming. I can do what I want. Bye, haters. And it was kind of hard to fly away with this really heavy bag of crystals. But I was like, I'm dreaming. Let's go. Unfortunately, though, I wasn't able to get lift with the heavy bag of crystals. So I was like, all right, fine. I'll just do the old-fashioned walking. And so I walked away with my big bag of loot. and I left all the people behind that were like, bring the crystals back. And I was like, fuck you. I had a bunch of other dreams that will probably come to me later. And how long? Oh, this is already 10 minutes long. Jeez. So, wow. Time is doing that thing again today. So, that's really interesting. So, has been really weird to me in the last couple of days. I swear that like, get a drink out of the kitchen sink, look at the stove clock, turn around, chug the rest of my water, set the cup down, and casually glance at the stove again, and something ridiculous like 20 minutes has passed, like something totally impossible. It's really weird. Yesterday was a really strange day also, and my anxiety was absolutely through the roof. I very nearly used again. My anxiety was awful. For the first time, I actually thought about checking myself into the hospital. I thought that I was gonna fucking, like, I don't know, wolf out and turn into a werewolf or something. It was a very strange, awful feeling. So I made a lot of loving posts for myself and for others in my story, and I got the biggest response almost that I've ever had on anything. And people were telling me, not just, that was a lovely post, thank you. There was quite a few of them that said really strange things, like, I'm having a strange day, colors look different today, or I'm having a really strange day. It started with this dream and now all these things have happened. Or just stuff like that. People are saying that they feel weird, that they're hearing weird things, that extrasensory sensations and noticing things. So is the veil thin right now? It is now October 11th. Yesterday was 10/10. We collectively had some weird shit happening. And then later in the evening, probably about 8 o'clock, I saw something in my living room. It was weird. And it wasn't just like I see it out of the corner of my eye and I turned, it was gone. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I turned and I stared at it for a long time. And then it flew away. I don't know what the fuck. Must have been a hypnopompic hallucination, because what other logical explanation is there? You know those mayflies? They look like they're just like these big, ginormous, super clumsy mosquitoes, but they're not mosquitoes because they don't suck blood. They don't do anything really. I don't even think people know what the heck mayflies eat. Anyway, what I saw was a giant, like big, big mayfly made out of light fractals. And it was like doing the little mayfly thing around the fan. And I looked at it and I had no thoughts and no words. I was just so. And then it just disappeared into the ceiling. And I was like, okay, all right. I'm awake. So that was the weird stuff happening. But I did have that extremely important dream step happen, and I'm elated. Very, very happy. So, yeah, really, really stoked. So, if you had any dreams, especially knowing how strange yesterday was, I would love, more than love, for you to post them in the comments. Use that comments down there as your dream journal, because this is the only way that we are going to do dream research. There's not very much dream research around. So, heck, what if one of us had the same dreams? This is actually how I discovered this twice. I have had a shared dream with two people, one person that I know and one complete stranger, and we never would have known unless this public dream journaling thing had happened, which it did. So, yeah. leave your dream comments down below, and I'm really excited to read them. Okay, guys.